Hello viewers, welcome to Stumps and Bails. This is your host, Vice Shravan Kumar. In this episode, we will discuss about the best fantasy tips that you can have for next match, the upcoming match between Pakistan and New Zealand. You already know the teams which have qualified for the semi-finals. There are 4 teams. The first match which is going to be played on Wednesday will be in between New Zealand and Pakistan. And today in this video, we are going to discuss about that particular match. The next match that is going to be played on Thursday will be in between India and England. Eventually, we will try to discuss about the fantasy tips on that particular match as well. For now, let's get into the details between New Zealand and Pakistan's match. On November 9th, the first semi-final of the T20 World Cup 2022 will take place in Sydney, which will pit New Zealand and Pakistan. Both teams' World Cup journeys thus far have been extraordinary, where both will and luck took part to qualify them for the next stage. The start of Babar Azam's team's season ended in a last ball defeat against India. The following game was against Zimbabwe, and they shockingly lost this contest, feeding the image of this World Cup being the tournaments of upsets. However, Pakistan went on to defeat the Netherlands before putting another ruthless display against South Africa in a game that was on the line. They won the most important match to keep them in contest for the semis. The Netherlands' victory against the Proteas on Sunday provided the support the 2009 T20 World Cup champions needed, as Babar's team always overcame Bangladesh to go to the Final Four. New Zealand, on the other hand, had to accept a draw from their game against Afghanistan, which was called off due to inclement weather conditions. Kiwis had a much more reliable start to the tournament, defeating Australia by a huge 89 runs in their opening encounter. Kane Williams' team recovered with a victory against Sri Lanka, but their advancement to the semi-finals was delayed by a loss to England, which they finally clinched the semi spot by defeating Ireland. So now let's look at how the pitch in which this match is going to be held will help both the teams to qualify for finals. Getting more deeper into the details, let's look at where the match is going to be played and how the toss is going to be the more preferential option. The game between New Zealand versus PAK will be played at Sydney Cricket Ground, Australia. In the last 3 matches, the teams that have won the toss decided to bat first. Prominently, New Zealand and Pakistan can strategize things well as they have the experience of playing on these pitch. Also, the average first inning score has been 165, which is one of the important factors for the teams to choose batting, as the pitch has the ability to help posting higher scores. Now, let's look at the head-to-head battle between New Zealand and Pakistan. If we talk about the head-to-head battles, then just before the World Cup, Pakistan and New Zealand played tri-series with Bangladesh. In the finale, the Green Army has beaten the Black Cats to emerge victorious. And the confidence the Green Army has gained in its previous tri-series will help Pakistan to gain again with more capability and strategize things better against Black Cats for sure. If we look at the data, Pakistan and New Zealand has played 28 matches so far in all the T20I series. In that, Pakistan has an edge. It has won 17 matches, and whereas New Zealand has won 11 matches. So by going with the history, Pakistan can overrule or overpower New Zealand in the upcoming match. But we don't know. New Zealand is one of the best teams that has performed so well against all the teams that it has played. Crucially to speak, Australia, it has won with a great majority and with a great run rate. So this can prove that New Zealand is one of the toughest teams to play in this semi-finals for sure. Now let's getting deeper into the subject. Now we will look for key players for Pakistan. The key players for Pakistan's batting are Mohammad Rizwan and Babar Azam at the moment. We have seen that since the commencement of the tournament, the duo has failed to perform at their best. The record against New Zealand is not that impressive. But still, there is a chance for Babar Azam and Rizwan to play against New Zealand in this upcoming match, considering the past performances of the duo in the entire T20 World Cup. Now first let's look at Babar Azam's stats. Babar Azam has faced stats against the Kiwis. In the 10 matches he has played so far, he has scored 359 runs at an average of 44 runs. This makes him one of the capable batsmen to face New Zealand. Considering Rizwan's status, he has played 8 matches, and it is along with Babar's partnership. They have scored 219 runs at an average of 27.38. Rizwan's batting average and Rizwan's performance against New Zealand may not be that great, but still, if this partnership grows well, then there are chances for this partnership to prove and keep a good score on the scoreboard for sure. And let's now look at the bowling department. In the bowling department, Shaheen Afridi has been the top bowler for sure, and it is a known fact for the entire world. In the 6 matches played so far against New Zealand, Shaheen has taken 8 wickets at a strike rate of 17.25. The mentioned above players form the core team for Pakistan, and it will be interesting to see how they take the guard against the mighty New Zealand, who are in great form in the series. Now let's look at the key players in New Zealand. To begin with, it's none other than Kane Williamson, the captain of New Zealand. Williamson has time and again shown that he is a player of big matches. He takes responsibility on his shoulders whenever the team is in difficult position. We saw the evidence in the match against Ireland and England. Against Pakistan, this captain has played 18 matches and he has scored 538 runs at an average of 35. He will look on to improve his stats in the semis, majorly being Pakistan the opponent. The other batsman who can look forward for is Devon Conway. He is key batter and he had played 7 matches against Pakistan in which he scored 194 runs at an average of 38. The strike rate needs improvement and we expect to see a change in it in the semis as Devon Conway is improving his performance. Now, let's look at the bowling department. It's obviously Tim Southee, the most formidable bowler against Pakistan. In the 17 matches played so far, the bowler have taken 28 wickets at an average of 17.9. We expect him to continue his dominant performance against the green team and dismiss their openers early on in the match. Now, we would like to give some fantasy tips. Are you ready to take it? Just consider our options and see how we are going to perform. The top picks for the New Zealand versus Pakistan game from Pakistan's team are Mohammad Rizwan, Babar Azam, Shan Masood, Shadab Khan and Shaheen Afridi. The players have consistently performed for Pakistan in this World Cup series. One can have high expectations from Rizwan and Babar to get back to form and show the world their masterclass against New Zealand, as we have not seen much action from their bat in the World Cup. From New Zealand's end, our top picks are Glenn Phillips, Devon Conway, Kane Williamson, Mitchell Santner and Tim Southee. The players have shown promising performances against Pakistan and hold good records against the team. They will be under pressure to perform on D-Day. No need to deny, they can expect it to be performing well and it will be a fair play for sure. Election for captain and vice captain. Here are the stumps and bails options. As for captain and vice captain, you can choose 2 players. We suggest you to keep Glenn Phillips or Shaheen Afridi as captain. Kane Williamson or Shadab Khan can also be the 2 options to be chosen for vice captain for your team. So viewers, hope you have liked the video and the analytical part of this particular subject. This is a great analysis and effort taken out by Stumps and Bails team. This is our disclaimer, but you have your own choice to choose. To follow and to get more details and more options, please follow our YouTube channel for sure. Thanks for watching this video. Goodbye.